Hi everybody and welcome to another day in the art journal series that we're doing. I'm thoroughly enjoying this, and I think by the feedback that I'm getting on the group and on my Miss Paintalot page that you are really enjoying it too, whether that's just watching us do it or whether you're really just sort of gathering your supplies and you're going to have a go at it yourself. I really hope you do, because it's quite liberating. I find it after the really highly detailed acrylics that I've been doing. I find this totally liberating. But I have something else to tell you first. This morning, the postman brought a box, and it was addressed to me. And I do sometimes receive parcels, because Mr. Fix-It buys things on eBay and whatever, and never tells me they're coming, and then the parcel arrives and it's great excitement because I wasn't even expecting it. But I opened the parcel up and inside was this. Can you see it, guys? Look at that. It's Paula Rolls from Fairy Chic Emporium. It's her artwork, this big fish, little fish. And it's been put up however they do it. I don't know how she does it, but it's absolutely beautifully put on this lovely mug. There's no edge to it. There's nothing. I mean, it's really shiny. It's really gorgeous, and I can't believe that I actually own a piece of her artwork. It's wonderful. But the person behind it all was Karen Smith. Karen, I just don't know how to thank you enough. I really don't. It's totally unnecessary, but I'm still delighted that you did it. Thank you so very much. So, that will be a prized item in this house. It really will. And get yourself over to Fairy Chic Emporium, see what else Paula's got. Make lovely gifts for yourself or someone else. So that's the highlight of my day. Really gorgeous. Thank you. Paula. Oh, I'm just extolling your virtues, missus. I mean, look at that. Look at it. It's gorgeous. And it's so shiny and smooth. It's lovely. It's really, really nice. I'm over the moon with it. So, Paula, if you put a link in, please, for your shop so people can go and purchase that, or any of your other pieces of work, piece of artwork that you've got put on various merchandise. The brilliant presents, and I love it. Thank you very much. Thank you, Karen, from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. So, Karen, yeah, she's not on yet, is she not? So, where are we? This was the one that we completed yesterday, this spread. I really like that, actually. Haven't seen it overnight. Just looking at it again now, I think we did quite well there for our first spread, actually. I really like it. And our second one we prepped yesterday, if you remember, and it's all about this this lady. I would say she's a French lady, but actually when you look at her face, I think she's English. So she's kind of an English rose, really. And in fact, that might be the wording that I put on it, English rose. But if any of you can think of something that would look appropriate, for words, for text, can you comment, please? Because I'm a bit of a loss, really, what journaling I need to put on here. Well, I've had a really good root through this morning of virtually everything that we've got in the house that is, that I can put on journal pages. There's loads of it, and I can't walk across my floor, and it's really annoying me. Oh yeah, another thing I came across this morning, I went for a new thing of Prit out the drawer, and look what it says. Can you see that? Mr. Fix-It's obviously just written that, I love Fiona. How nice. Right, so I do try every day, to get my own journal up to date, but it hasn't happened this morning because I've been reading through everything else. But this is kind of what's going to happen. These are from tissue napkins, and I don't know, they'll go down there somehow. This Home Sweet Home with the roses in, I'll go there over the top of part of it. Got some really lovely ribbon with roses on. It's self-adhesive, so it makes it even better. I've got some rosy, posy stuff. So that'll come together as a page, but I just didn't get a chance to do it today. So what have we got then for our lady? Well, I don't want a centre on the spread. That I don't like that particularly. But yesterday, you may remember, did I show you? Mr. Fixit came down with these stencils that he'd done. And I'm thinking that this would look particularly nice behind our lady. So frame her a bit. So bring that over just a bit so she's there. I've got all the edging that I cut off that, well, I didn't tore it off, the piece of rice paper that she was on. So I can make some sort of border with that if I tear some more stuff off it. I've also got these 2 circle stencils that he made. I don't think there's any room for them with this large one in it as well, but they're good to have. I also unearthed, whilst going through everything, this stamp, which says Clear Stamp Love Story Script. No idea, it's still in its Sweet Dixie seems to be the make of it. But have you guys come across something called AliExpress? It's online and it's a Chinese Amazon. It's a Chinese Amazon, I'll call it, because you can go to there, search for anything, literally anything, you know, cushions, gesso, anything. And very often they're really inexpensive. You know, the stencils are £1, £1.50, whatever. The only downside is it takes quite a long time because they come by ship from China. But you offset that by the price. So I've bought over 100 items, I'd say, probably, from AliExpress. I've never had one that's let me down. They're not Mickey Mouse in any way that I can see. And I recommend it to you. If you need to bulk your stash of arty stuff up, go to AliExpress, have a look through at all that they do. Just be careful, sometimes it says under the item shipping, whatever. A lot of the time it's free shipping, and I always go for the ones that's free shipping, even although sometimes the shipping's 43p. I just like free shipping. So it's worth going there. AliExpress, it's called. It's worth going there and having a look at what they've got by way of papers, rice papers. Hiya, Karen! I've just been singing your praises. Thank you so much for my lovely, lovely present. I couldn't believe it. It's just so gorgeous. Brought tears to my eyes when I opened it. I mean, I don't know what I've done to deserve it, Karen. I really don't. But thank you very, very much. So, yeah, that's my lovely new mug. So, yeah, this stamp, I'm guessing, came from AliExpress because I wouldn't have paid. In England, they're quite expensive stamps, and I know I wouldn't have paid dear for anything, really. So that's kind of the impression we're going for with this lady. I have got these bits of lace, which are really nice. You know, if you cut them off there, you've got really quite a nice thing. I've got this bit of lace, which would make a nice border. It's lovely, isn't it? And I've also got, what else have I got? I've got these from Poundland, just sticky on sparkles. I've got this lovely ribbon that I just don't think is going to fit in this project, which is such a shame because I love it. It's upside down there, but I thought it might go with the green that's in there, but it won't. It's just too green. I've got some sponges in case I want to put some texture on. I've got some beads on a string. and some lace, and that's it. That's what we've got today, guys. That's what we're going to make our page out of, our spread. But as I was saying, for those of you who weren't on at the beginning, if you can think of what the text should be for this, please can you comment, because I'm not brimming over with ideas for this, what to call this one. My only idea is English Rose. So yeah, I think she'll go there. So the first thing we're going to do is put some medium modelling paste on this stencil. I don't want it really thick, but I do want it to sort of, stand proud of the page, but not as thick as, sometimes I put it on and it is really, really thick. So I think we're all right about there. I don't really need to do the entire stencil, but I want enough on so it looks like the pattern. So I'm putting this on and sort of scraping it off really at the same time, just give me a bit of relief on the page, but not masses. So have any of you actually started your art journal yet? At all? Because you've got to get cracking with it. You've got to get started. Put something down on that empty page. If you're having problems with an empty page, let me know and we'll do a live of just getting started on an empty page, if that's your problem. Because there's lots of ways to do, put your first bits on, so it then leads you on to something else. Well, as I was saying to you earlier, a few days ago, I've had this modelling paste for about 4 years. It's been having some heavy use of late, so certainly won't be with me for another 4 years. Oh, I meant to say, Dorothy, I've got some gold as well. Well, two different lots of gold. I shall reveal it in the fullness of time. There we are. So that's fine. That is fine. Oh, it's lovely, in fact. You couldn't just rinse that off, could you please? Thanks. Right, so whilst this is wet, we are going to put some embossing powder on it. And I know that's weird, because that's not normally how you deal with embossing powder, but that's what's on the agenda today. So I've got gold, dull gold, funny colour gold, and a rust. So I'll go for the really gold and the really rust. So I'm just sprinkling this on. I don't know why I'm holding my breath, but I am. I want the sort of inner bits done in this goldy colour. That's up to about there, I'd say. Yeah, it's fine. And then I'm just going to knock it off. Into there. Quickly put this away because I've got another one to do. So I'm going to put rust on the outside. I've no idea how this is going to look, you understand. This has not been practiced at all. I'm just guessing it's going to work. Just need to slide that into there. Maybe this is like nearly whole jar. I know we saved some. Is everybody familiar with embossing? Do I need to explain it to anyone? I'm guessing you all know about embossing powder and stuff. Hello, Sharon. Thanks for joining. Have you indeed? Well, I bet yours is one to watch. Our very artistic friend Paula. I don't know where it's gone up here. It seems to have disappeared, but never mind. We'll just put some on just in case. I think that's about it. There might be some other little bits that didn't catch the gold, but I think we're all right. Right, so let's knock that off into here. Looky. Lovely. Right, so now we need to make this embossing paste go shiny. You know how it goes. So, nearly took my glue gun to it. So I'm afraid you're just really going to have to put up with the sound, or
it's still nearly full.
It's still nearly full, yeah. So do you like the gold, Dorothy? Oh, right, you're not on. No, I know it. It just sort of came to me that you could do it with paste. So I had a little tiny tryout, worked, so I thought, right. Yeah, you can see it going when it goes. Oh, that rusts like copper, it's gorgeous. As you can imagine, I've got quite a supply of embossing powders. And we've never used them really, have we? Oh, come right in if you want. Come in to my house. So you can see when they go, they sort of bubble up. And this is really, I think, what art journaling's all about. It's about experimenting. Because really, if this all went horribly wrong, I'd just gesso it. And then it would be gone. Sorry about the noise, folks. I always knew this was going to be a bit of a downside to it, but worth it, I think, to show you what you can do. Paula, will you be stocking modelling paste? Paula could become our one-stop shop. Nearly there. That's it, I think. Yeah, that's it. So what do you reckon to that then, guys? Ooh, that's very close up of me. What do you think of that? Looks good, doesn't it? Ooh, that's lovely. Oh, yes, that's lovely. Lovely. So that's all dry now. So she can sit in the middle of there quite happily, like that. Might shunt her further over so we get a bit of this gold as well. But I was thinking about a hat, and I was thinking I could jazz it up slightly. I've got these gold leaves.
This should be stuck in modelling paste, gesso and fabric hardening.
Great.
She's just inherited being given her mother-in-law's entire crafting collection.
Wow!
Stamps, dyes, embossing powders, pens, papers, etc., etc.
That is seriously a nice thing to be given, isn't it? So yeah, I'm expecting great things from your art journal, Paula. I can't get these separated from each other. I wonder if my scissors will cut them. Yeah. So the idea was that I would just maybe put a couple of these in a hat. And I've also got these little stamens from. They're supposed to be like the middle of flowers when you put flowers in a bridal thing or whatever. But I thought they might look quite nice too. So the question is, shall I put them? No, I'll attach the woman, I think, is the way forward. And I'm just going to use Mod Podge, I think. If you remember yesterday, I was saying to you that Paula's matte finish is a good medium for anything that you want to decoupage down. It works really well, and it's a nice consistency. But I've got Mod Podge, and I'm just going to finish. I've also got matte finish, but I'm just going to finish this Mod Podge off. I'm not a great lover of Mod Podge, I must tell you. It's too thick for me. But the jar's getting down, so we'll soon be finished with it. I left a lot of water on my brush there on purpose. I think we'll be all right with this. Oops, she's a bit on the wonk, this lass. That's it. Can't see much of that gold now, but never mind, we know it's there. So this is rice paper, and it's very, very easy to decoupage rice paper. It's not like napkins that really, really want to wrinkle on you. Not that that's a bad thing with an art journal, but you know, wherever you're putting decoupage, rice paper is so much more easy to put on. So we're going to have our own group for art journals if this carries on. Our secret art journal group. A lot of you do seem to be enjoying it, I must say, which is good. I've got a little kink then, I don't really want it to kink on me. Just make sure that it creases into the fold of the book. I mean, if you're doing it on one big canvas or spread or something, then you won't have that problem, of course. Right, so there she is. She is in place. So she'll just take her own sweet time to dry, unless I hurry her up somewhat. Right, so now I think I am going to use these borders that I've got, because they're part of her, so they're the exact right shade, etc., quite like that. I don't like this white border around it, but I'm quite happy to have a straight edge, which is quite unusual because usually I don't want any straight edges. But this is going right to the edge of the book, so I'm quite happy with it being straight. This bit though I will tear because that's going to be sort of the middle. Right, so that's going to go there. This is kind of an easy one today, isn't it? Because we're using, I'm not sure I like that, but I'll think about it for a minute. Tear that down there, tear that along there, and then cut the white edge off. So as I was saying earlier, if you can think of the text that would go with this lady, can you let me know? My best offering is English Rose. But if you can think of something, please let me know, because I'm just struggling a bit with this one. That's probably going to go down there. And then I've got this one that's going to go all the way along, or just to there, and then a bit along there. I do not know. I think I'll put it along the bottom. It's amazing, these sort of little on the fly decisions that you make, and they can really turn out to be what makes your page or what doesn't. But like I've said to you probably 100 times already by now, if you put something on and you don't like it, if it's glued on, you can't get it off, paint it. Just paint it. Gesso it, do anything, obliterate it, and then just pretend you never even knew it was there. That's what I would say to you. So that's going to go along there. So how's that going to look? Going to look all right, I think. I don't think I want that because I want to show all my coppery bits there. And there's a little bit. Oh, Mr. Fix-It's got his hand out. Is there something you want to point out to me? Here comes the hand, guys. You don't like that bit?
I'm not liking that.
Okay. What have we got under it?
See, I'm liking that under it.
You like that under it? Yeah, it's a nice bit of texture, that, isn't it?
You're kind of losing all that.
Let's tear it off then. Easily remedied.
I'm liking it, I'm not loving it.
Are you loving the page?
Yes.
Yes. That's all right then, isn't it? I was showing people when I got this tube of Pritt stick out the cupboard. Can you read what it says? It says, "I love Fiona." Isn't that lovely? I've had a right day of it today. Right, let's...
Paula wrote early, take time to smell the roses. So I'm presuming she's referring to the words on there.
Good one, Paula. Take time to smell the roses.
It wasn't in quotation marks, so I didn't pick up on it.
All right, okay. Yeah, I think that's a good one. Take time to smell the roses. Because we are all battering it around at 100 miles an hour. That is one reason why you should do an art journal. Because it slows you down. You're thinking about it, you're not concentrating on it. Obviously, I'm speaking to you whilst doing it, so it's not, you don't have to be concentrated, but it's just, you'll feel better.
Alison Young has joined us.
Hello, Alison. Thank you very, very much for joining us today. I hope that you are enjoying our art journal foray. Pritt Stick is great for this sort of thing. I mean, yes, you can do it with Mod Podge or Paula's Matte Finish or whatever, but this is just quick and easy, and it works. So where's the edge of this bit of paper then? Let's put that right up to the edge. There we are. I'm liking this actually. I'm liking it a lot. What was Paula's? Because I've got it stuck now with wake up and smell the roses. What is it? What did she say?
Take time to smell the roses.
Take time to smell the roses. Yeah, that's rich coming from you, Paula, who never stops. Let's bend that crease in there. Right, that's looking pretty, isn't it? It's looking really pretty. Right, so what have we got then that we can... Ooh, I've got a lid on that. That we can jazz this up with a little bit. Well, I brought my sponges just in case I just wanted to put some colour on there. I might actually use the sponge up there. I've got all this gorgeous lace. I think it just might be too much for the page. I don't know though. I don't know. I don't know whether I like it or not. We've got a hat to deal with. Is that going to look nice on that? Yeah, I think it is. I think it is. And just have the flowers. Yeah. Yeah, please. So yeah, I'm gonna stick these leaves on because I kind of know what I'm doing with them. Oh yeah,
So I got some. Been rummaging in my drawers again.
I can tell you where they are. They're dropped down the back of my drawers. Yeah, I think that looks all right. Going for the Let's Please Dorothy factor. That look all right. That looks all right. Right, how do you get into these then? Oh, I see. They're double-ended. All right. How many do we need? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No idea if that's too many or not, or whatever. I've never used these before, but they looked interesting. Don't think so. Might need to be a little bit longer. So let's just see with that many. So you fold them
Top to the bottom.
inside the thing.
That's 8 inches, isn't it?
8.5, I think. Yeah, so I think they're going to look quite pretty, really. Let's have a look. If we put them in there, no, we need to go. Don't drop to pieces on me. I think I might need a couple more. Oh, blooming hell! Excuse my language. These are tricky little doodahs. I think they'll be worth it when we've got done. I'm gonna glue them together, I think, because I can't hold them really like this. So let's fold them in half. Yikes! Oh, I've got a little floppy one. I'm just going to put a dab of glue on, hot glue. Let the glue go onto them. So, where is it? Oh, Mr. Fix-It's just cut me this bit off, which I think looks quite nice. Yeah, that's what it was. It was this very wide ribbon. Yeah, I quite like that. I might even quite like that up to the edge there. Anyway, I've got these in my hand, so I need to do something with them. Just put them down and hopefully they'll stay in one piece. Yeah, it is. So do I want them there or do I want them there? The light on this doesn't seem to be very good for you guys. Is that better? No, it's all right. This is today seems to be full of decisions. I think I might put them there. Yeah, let's do that. So I'm just going to put a bit of hot glue up that spine of that leaf and put it there, coming off a hat. Yeah, I think that's stuck. So then we've got these. Do we put them on next? And then that. Or that. And then those.
She likes the lace but paints them a bit, but we haven't even started with the.
Oh, I haven't got the paint out yet, Paula.
The paint, the inks, the spritzers. It's all coming.
Well, not spritzers probably, because I've only got spritzers in purple and pink. It's shocking, shameful, needs resolving. Well, I don't like them like that anyway, so something's going to have to give. So let's move these around. And see how that works with that there. Yeah, that's better. That's better. Let's stick them. On there with a fair dollop of glue. I was looking at, I found a bag that was full of feathers earlier, and I thought, oh, I wonder if I could put feathers in it, like I'm doing now, but with feathers. So I tipped them all out. Just went everywhere. So there's still bits of feather falling down on me. Yeah, that's quite nice. Quite like that. Quite like that, guys. Well done, us. Put a little bit of glue down there. Get that stuck on. Yeah, that's a nice feature for our lady. Cool. Hot glue's hot, isn't it? Right, where are we going now then? Where are we going? Shall I start? I might start sponging actually, and do just a little bit of sponging around the place. I'm going to use acrylics for it, which we don't normally use in the sketchbook. My beautifully organised acrylics are now getting all mixed up. Well, they're not, but I've had to encroach on some of the drawer space. So we want a sort of coppery kind of colour, really. So let's mix up a bit of that very bright orange. I just think I've overloaded it there with. Hey, that's a lot of paint.
It says you and then have the 1 year friend anniversary.
Yeah, we do. It came up today. You'd have thought it was more than a year, wouldn't you?
Seems like it.
So I'm just gonna mix that. I want it orange, but I don't want it that orange. I mean, blimey, I was thinking of when I bought that. So this is just acrylic. Use what you've got. If you've got lots of craft paints that you're trying to save now because you they have no use now, should I say, because you've got into posh acrylic paints, this is the time to use them, because it doesn't matter whether these are cheap, expensive or what.
Karen's asking what sponge you've got.
Well, I have several, as you may imagine, but I've picked these two out of the jar this morning. They're just tiny little natural sponges. I don't know what mark we're going to get with them, to be honest, but I'll dip them in my water pot, get them wet. This is what you do with sponges, people. Just drop them into your water and then wring out. Once they're wet through, wring them out as tightly as you can. Then put them in a towel and squeeze and squeeze. Because you want them damp, but you definitely don't want them wet. They won't leave a good mark at all if they're wet.
can use synthetic sponges, but they tend to be too even.
Yeah, that's right. The holes in them are very even. I mean, I used synthetic brushes for years. Nothing ever happened, really. Yeah, the only thing you have to remember is to keep twisting it, because you'll get a very even pattern throughout the whole thing. So you just pick up a little bit of your paint. Let's see what mark that's going to give us. Yeah, that's quite nice. Quite like that. Let's try this fella. Just picked up too much paint there. That's nice too. I'll go with this one. Just very little to pick and choose there, to be honest. So I just really want to get into this corner.
I think you were saying is you didn't know how to use them.
The what?
Sponges.
Oh, the sponges. Yeah. Well, that's it. That's how you use them. There's no great technique to them, Karen. The only thing I would say is make sure they're as dry as you can get them, and then don't pick up very much paint. Pick up your paint and then stamp it off onto a piece of scrap paper or something.
Well, dry after you've wetted it. You need to wet it, don't you, to make it soft.
Yeah, drop it into your water pot or whatever you've got. Then wring it out for all it's worth. Wring it out by hand and then wring it out in a towel so it's really quite dry. And then the rest I've just sort of shown you, really. That maybe could do with another coat of something over the top. It's looking quite dull, that section there. Let's try just down into here. I think I'm going to have to use this one because I can't get in with the other one. There we are. I'm really quite excited now to see Paula's stuff, now that she's on board, you might say, and she's got all this cache of stuff. Yay. So I don't really know why I'm being precious here. I'm not sure. I'm just going to bring this out a little bit. It has got green in it as well. This has got a fair bit of green in it, which I don't want to lose, really. I'm going to go sponging over that because that's better. Looks better to me. When you can't see the white paper, you know you've done all right. So yeah, that's got white all the way down here, which I didn't see. I don't really want to go over all the squares because I want to stop them sparkling because they're really quite sparkly. So I just pinched my sponge up to a really narrow sort of piece. And just go over that there, that's fine.
Well, this is no pressure then.
No, not at all, Paul. I just expect yours to be absolutely perfect. Supreme, really, really fantastic. So if you can show us it later tonight, that'd be great. Well, if you know, we all know that you're a really good artist. That's the thing. So sorry, it's just a cross you have to bear. Right, so she's coming along as our lady. What shall we do next? Oh, I've got orange thumb syndrome. So we've got this lace, which is really nice. I've also got this raffia, which I like a lot. Not quite sure. Can you look in there at our flat things that we've got and see if there's anything in there that takes my fancy? I've also got this Hessian ribbon, which is lovely. That's really nice, isn't it? Yeah, might go for that actually. Doilies, do I need a doily on here? No, I don't think so, because that's round. No, we've got enough round. But I like the raffia, and I like this Hessian ribbon a lot. Just sort of. So these are the flat ones that we had that I showed you yesterday, that I can make. I think we might even have a copper rubbing buff actually, which is quite amazing if we do. I can put these on if I want to. Yeah, I quite like that. Or maybe we should make a thing of leaves. Well, we could put leaves on.
White or pewter.
Oh, right, okay. Gold it is.
Copper.
I don't even know what to put on. Where are these butterflies? Yeah. If I put that down there and that there, would that work? I'm just conscious that there's a lot going on up here. I need something down here. I need to colour this. Yeah, I like them. That's gorgeous. I like them down there. But I do need to get some colour on here. So I don't know whether to go for green, a greeny sort of colour to match this in the background and whatever. Yeah, I think that might be quite nice actually. I think it just needs to be fairly solidly painted actually. So let's, what did I say, green?
Someone says, hi, I love that Fiona.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
Those ones away.
No, I haven't decided that that's definitely what's occurring. I'll tell you, would you get me another paint plate? No, I can get one.
Do you want to wash them?
No, don't wash it yet, because I might need it again. Right, so let's see if we can make a green that's not too bright and not too dull. Once again, guys, I'm using my very best acrylics here, and it's kind of irking me somewhat because they don't need to be good quality. You know, go to Hobbycraft and buy their own brand, or craft paint of any description is fine. Oh no, that's gone quite yellow. That's kind of not the look we were looking for. Let's just try this. Yeah, I think that's a much better colour. Might still be a little bit bright for our purposes. And it doesn't have to match anything. Don't get me wrong, we're not trying to match, but I don't want this part of the page to take over either. So let's add a bit of brown into that. Yeah, I think I'm quite happy to go with that, I think. I quite like it. So I'll just get a paint brush. And maybe not for this one. Oh yeah, nice things. Show the ladies and gentlemen. He's just come downstairs with a wad of paper, but I can't really see a use for it in this. Right, so this paper here that we put on last night, the squares are sort of raised So I'm just wondering if I can just catch, like dry brush them. No, it's not working. I'll just get a bit of kitchen towel, see if I can knock back the tops of them. Probably a wet wipe would do that. This acrylic paint is the thing, and it dries so blooming quick. I just want to leave the tops of that paper white if I pass it. That's it, it's coming now. There we go. And there's another bit down here that I'm not going to get that texture on. So yeah, despite all my trying to get it off, I'm going to have to put it on over it anyway. But that's all right, I quite like that. I quite like that a lot. So this is the tissue that we glued on. Hello, Liz. Hello, Zoe. I watch your lives, people, when Zoe and Liz, you do some phenomenal work. So this page seems to be all about this green, which is fine. I like it. We've got some lovely texture on here. I mean, the best of the texture does seem to be that this drywall. I was going to show you it, but I can't remember where I put it now. Oh, it's here. We get this from our local pound shop. It's called plasterboard and drywall tape, and it is, that's it. It's self-adhesive. This is the texture of it here, like a web net, and I like it a lot. So I'm just going round this. I just want sort of decent coverage on there. And then I'm just going to put some stamping. I'm going to work out what I'm going to do with that, with the butterflies, if I'm going to do anything with it at all. So I'm just wiping some of this back so it's got a slightly more grungy look. I don't want it all to look kind of perfect. Not that it was. So that looks much better to my mind anyway. Just wipe the paint off here. Drop it back into there. Right, I'm going to do some stamping, I think. And I'm going to stamp with a stamp that I don't even know works. I seem to remember seeing this stays on stamp for a very long time. So I don't even know if it works. And I've lost my stamp now. Well, okay. Oh, here it is. You know, I try and kind of get organised for these lives. I really do try my hardest. But it's not easy. This mixed media stuff, you need so much blooming clutter around you. It's incredible. I don't know what this says. My apologies if it's anything rude. I can't believe I would have ordered anything rude. I can probably leave it on that backing, can't I?
You're not sticking it to an acrylic block, which I presume is sticky under there.
Yeah.
Attaching it to acrylic block.
Well, I don't want to because I don't want the whole shebang. Let's see if there's any ink in this. I wouldn't be surprised if there isn't any, put it that way. Let's try it down there. Oh, we have text. Ooh, blimey. Oh, I am pleased. So I don't want to go text mad, but I do want a little bit here and there, just to bring it together a little bit. I don't know what this says. I genuinely don't. I'm not sure it actually says anything, which is fine. That's brought it to life somewhat, don't you think? I love it.
You in for a minute. I can zoom in a little. Just got to straighten it up a little first.
Right, well, the ink pad is alive. The stamp actually seems to work.
Your left, maybe.
My left. There you go. That text is blooming brilliant. It's made such a change to this picture, to this spread. Really has. Right, so all of you now for the next 5 minutes, please send me ideas of what the text should say on this spread, because I've got to print it out. And oh, I was nearly up. Please then, for 5 minutes, can you just send me what you think? Paula's idea is very good, and if nothing that you say beats it, it's going to be that. Right, so let's have a look then at what we can put along here. It's just that section there. Seem to have given up on the lace idea. I don't know. Not so sure. Where is it? I've lost the blooming stuff again. Honest to God, this is a joke. This is a flipping joke, I tell you. Oh. Right, so if I didn't have that there, I could have this somewhere. I could have it there. I could have it there. Or I could have my Hessian. A Hessian one, which is somewhere. Yeah. Yeah, that edge. Yeah, I don't like that either. Quite like that Hessian though. Yeah, I like that. I like it a lot. Yeah, there is some somewhere, isn't there?
Some on the back of that.
Yeah, that would be really kind of you. So that's going up there. So I just want something to put in this little corner. Come on, guys, please think of something to put for the text. I know Paula very kindly has submitted her idea, and I'm not saying it won't end up that. I'm just saying, come on. Please. That might look quite nice there. Yeah, I think that's it. Right. Where's the blooming rub and buff? I was being too good last night. Put it away. Excuse me a moment. Okay, now I can't find it. I have to wait for Mr. to fix it because I can't. I'm sure I put it away. It's not like me to be that organised, but I just thought today was getting a bit too much. So the question is, do I like it like that, or do I need to rub and buff it? There is a bit of goldage going on around here as well. What are you thinking, guys? What are you thinking? Tell me. Oh, I'm so thirsty. Yeah, I think that's just going to go on like that. So I'll glue that on. I think we've got enough gold going on with this. Put that there. Just hold it for a while. Did you put the rub and buff in a different place to where the rub and buff usually lives? So I went and had a look around, but I couldn't see it.
The gold?
Yeah.
I'm not sure you ever gave it back.
I thought I tidied it. It doesn't matter anyway. Where's the bit with the double-sided? Oh, for Christ's sake. Right, so that's going there, top to bottom. Yeah. I like this one. Actually, I like this spread a lot. I'm hoping you guys do too. But as you can see, I mean, as you can tell by the blinking, you know, what shall I do here? What shall I do there? You know, just go for it. Go for it. Oh, don't you just hate double-sided tape when you can't get it off? I can't get it off. Right, does it need anything else? Does it need any gesso anywhere to bring it all together? Or need any? Yeah, I think it would benefit from a little bit of gesso. Not masses at all. Just a little bit on my finger end, just to bring that together a bit. I'm just going to take a little bit on my finger end and just let's go over some bits that are I'm finding quite jarring. And that's not good at all. Don't want to be jarred. I think it's at times like this that you need to be really, really brave. Thank you very much. And, you know, so, yeah, I think that would look better if it wasn't there, sort of thing, you know. Let's put a bit down there.
Dorothy says she thought you were on at 5.
Oh, Dorothy! I got gold out for you and everything. Look, I put gold leaves on a hat, and that is specifically for you.
Alison says days of wine and roses.
Oh, yeah.
Sharon says a stroll in the garden.
Oh, yeah. Thanks, guys. You're working well today. What was Alison's one? Days of wine and roses.
Yeah.
Let's go for that. I like that. Could you print it out, please?
Days of wine and roses.
Yeah, it's about a 24 font. So I'm just kind of going around the edge here, just with my finger. Just give it a bit of interest. I think that looks loads better actually like that. Let's just see if we can blend this line a little bit, because that is definitely jarring. I think that's pretty much where the Hessian's going to go, but even so.
Days or days?
Days. Yeah, I mean, that just looks so much better to me at any rate. Right, so here's our Hessian with the double-sided sticky tape, and I want that just on the top there, top of the page, and I'm going to take all of that off so I can pull it straight down. Not straight, looks straight to me. Press it down, chop off the edge. This is turning out to be quite nice, isn't it? It's gorgeous. There we are. So we'll print the we, notice the we, the royal we. Mr. Aduda, I've got globs of glue coming up through this thing, which are kind of not attractive. So I'm just going to pull them off. Sticky tape. No, it's me element that I put on, that metal element. I've got it sorted now though. Right, so what else do we need? Anything? Nothing? Just some words, I think. So what are we going to do for tomorrow then? Or should we just have a day off? No, no days off. Days off are not allowed. Shall we do the idea that I had for mine with the pink? We haven't had any pink yet, really, have we? Or I could do steampunk. Anybody fancy steampunk? Paula? Give us some suggestions of what you'd like. Or if you'd just like a, tutorial on how to start a page off, even. But generally everyone I do, I show you how to, I show you how to start it all, and we go right through to the end. You see that pattern there now on there, which you couldn't see before on that paper. It's really, really nice pattern. It's really nasty paper. It's thin and nasty, but once you stick it down, it's pretty good. So I would recommend finishing this way, actually. I like it. We seem to now have isolated this part, so I'm going to put some green around here just to bring it together a little bit. We don't want two separate sides. We almost had that with our last one, with the lady being on one side. Let's just introduce a little bit of this. Is Karen still on? Who's still on?
You said a bit of steampunk would be good.
Yeah?
I don't really understand it.
Who does?
Karen Smith says, yay, steampunk.
Really? Oh, well, in that case then, steampunk it is.
And Dorothy says, a lovely girl is like a melody.
Oh, too late, Dorothy.
But we have got
I've got
music theme coming up,
yeah,
probably at some point.
Yeah, yeah.
So that would be a nice one for that.
It would indeed. You'll have to watch this on replay, Dorothy, because there's I think they're interesting. Some interesting bits and bats going on here.
Karen says she's still there. Paula Roll says she's still there.
Oh, hello, everybody. It's really good of you, to give me your time. And I know how busy people are. I know how busy Paula is. And, Karen's got her own life. I'm just blown away by the fact that you stay with me. She's looking better now, isn't she? That looks better, I think, that green. Oh, lovely.
3 choices there.
I'm just going to remind you guys before I put this on. This was a present that arrived this morning to me. It is my friend's artwork sent to me by one of my new friends. I find it incredibly touching. It's a really lovely thing. And I thank Karen Smith very, very much indeed. And I thank Paula Rolls for your incredible artwork. Thank you. It's really, really gorgeous. Right, then I think we'll go for the bottom one. Is it? And thank you, Alison Young, for throwing your idea into the hat, because that's what we've gone for. Just need to straighten that top edge up a touch. Possibly. So I can't remember what I used yesterday. Was it one of those dewdrop things? Right. It's Toffee Crunch, I think, actually.
It was Toffee Crunch.
If you could pass me a bit of Toffee Crunch, that would be nice, wouldn't it? You can get ice cream now that's got, well, you could get it for years now. It's like got crunch in it.
It's got a very sort of sepia.
Yeah, that's what I'm after. That's perfect. Yeah, but sepia will fit right in there, I think. So I think, yesterday I just sort of, I don't know, I might have killed this by doing this to it. Don't seem to want to give up its ink today. That's perfect. Shall I have Days of Wine and then And Roses? Yeah, I think so.
roses she's carrying out.
Yeah. So I could put it over there actually, couldn't I? Days of wine and roses. I think that looks quite good there. That look all right there, guys? Thumbs up from Mr. Fix-It. Fair enough. I'll stick this on. She. Oh God, I can't bear this. I can't bear keep looking for stuff.
Lost now.
I've found it now.
Karen Smith says she's just had some Galaxy.
Have you? Galaxy's lovely, isn't it? I love lint as well, mind you, but it's a bit dear. But I do love lint. So I'm going to put that over there like that. Stick it down quite firmly because it's going over that Hessian. What do you know, guys? We've actually finished it. I mean, I know that we had a bit of a head start because we started yesterday with the background, but you know, we're only on the background 10 minutes max yesterday, and we've finished this one today. Days of Wine and Roses. There you are. I think she's done. There you go. Let's have a look. See what I mean about this paper and the texture of it? It's excellent for this. The Hessian, Days of Wine and Roses, the relief stencil around it. With embossing powder on top, whoever would have thunk it. Our lovely lady with the gold feathers in her hat. Nice border. Look at that. That is a lovely image, that one. Yeah. So there we are. I cannot wait to see your art journal pages. Please get cracking, please, because I'm dying to see them. And I might do something with these gold leaves, but apart from that, I'm very, very happy with everything. In fact, I'll probably leave them for Dorothy, if nobody else. And that's it. Thank you for sticking with me. We're a quarter of an hour over time. Sorry. And I'll see you tomorrow at 4 o'clock. That's tomorrow, Wednesday at 4 o'clock. Thank you. Thank you, Karen Smith. Thank you, Paula.
Alison Young says, thank you for picking it. It's a really good day today being artistic, and that's just finished it up perfectly.
Oh, that's so nice.
She's fabulous.
She's lovely.
There's no days off, like it is.
No days off. Well, some days off are coming because the cricket's coming. So there will be days off, but certainly not tomorrow. Tomorrow, we're going to go for the whole spread, start to finish. So pull up a brew.
Steampunk?
Steampunk, yes. Steampunk. Alison likes it. Karen likes it. Paula, I'm sure, will like steampunk. That's 3 people on our side. Yeah, steampunk tomorrow. Okay. Thank you ever such a lot. I really, really, really mean it. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.